Hiya, folks. We're back on Lions franchise. And, I've been having a lot of fun coming back here. And if you did not watch the last episode, you kind of missed the way we're doing things now leading up into Madden 23. I have not picked my Madden 23 franchise team yet. Haven't really thought about it too much. But the new format is every single episode is a season. So I think it's going to be fun. Season and off-season in this episode as well. And they will be in all of the episodes. But I do want to say, something that's been taking up my time is Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood have been played and are being uploaded / already completely uploaded on my third channel, Gene Dangus. The link is in the description. And I'm about to play Revelations. So if you guys have never seen or played Assassin's Creed 2 or Brotherhood before, they're two of my favorite games of all time. They're incredible. I love the characters, the story, the everything. The setting especially, so much fun. But I've never played Revelations. And the main character of Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, Ezio, he has 3 games. It goes 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, and for some reason, I've never, ever played Revelations, and I'm super excited to try that out, so I'm about to jump into that probably after I finish recording this. Again, it's uploaded on the third channel if you guys want to watch it. If you're not interested, fine, but for those who didn't know about it, that is available. The Gene Dangus channel, link is in the description. It's my third channel. And I am excited for this team. We have Javonte Ingram, rookie, linebacker out of Penn State. We're starting him. Ended up being a little bit more athletic than I expected. 88 speed, 87 acceleration. He seems like he's going to be really, really good. And more of a true linebacker anyway. High motor trait. Only 21 years old. We don't know his dev trait just yet. Braxton Turner's up to superstar X Factor, and I think Ingram could end up being a great player for us. Of course, we're still rocking out with Tyrone Wilbur. He's super young, super talented. There's really no reason to go with Javonte Ingram as the main sub linebacker ahead of him, but I think long-term, probably have a little bit more potential there, in my opinion. B.J. Dickerson moves back to strong safety. If you missed the end of the last episode, Derek Davidson, I just didn't even know he was a free agent, probably wouldn't have been able to sign him anyway. So even after being clowned for months and months and months, season after season, for drafting so many safeties, well, guess what? It sure has paid off now, hasn't it? B.J. Dickerson will be our starting strong safety. I like our corners. We drafted Hugh Cotton later in the draft, but ended up getting a pretty good pick in him. Good fourth corner. And I'm excited about the potential of another Roman to the team, Roman Watkins. 6'4", 254. We're in an interesting situation with our defensive ends. And Roman Watkins at the end of this season could end up being the starter. Because Russ Clemens, let's go ahead and check out his contract here. You'll see. He is playing under the franchise tag. $21.2 million for 1 season. That's a lot of money. Now, Brian Burns, did we extend him? I want to say we extended Brian Burns. So I think he's going to be locked up for a while. Yeah, 5 years. He's getting so much money. But Russ Clemens, we might not be able to bring him back. So a lot of focus is going to be on the rookies in this season. Rashad Riley, Richie Owens. I love our receiving core. I still want Rashad Reese in the slot. So I'm probably going to move Richie Owens on out of there. Maybe not. I mean, I wanted to bring back Rashad Reese. He's such an important part of this team. Don't really know what's going to happen just yet. But I think the best thing to do is simulate to the midseason mark after a quick word from our sponsor, Best Buy. This video is sponsored by Best Buy and the super awesome WD Black storage device for your PlayStation 5. So what is the WD Black? It's an SSD, extra storage, and from Western Digital, it's the first officially licensed partner for Sony's PlayStation 5 next-gen SSD storage solution. This product allows you to store and play PS5 games and PS4 games directly from the drive. Western Digital has been at the forefront of game-changing innovations for a while now. It's available at Best Buy with in-store pickup and fast delivery options. Let's go ahead and install this thing. And this Western Digital product is specifically licensed by Sony for use in the PS5 and exceeds the minimum specs for speed and heat dissipation. A huge benefit is storing and playing more titles on a drive that's officially tested and certified for your PS5, so you can keep on playing without worrying about compatibility issues. And with up to 2 terabytes of capacity, your PS5 console has the additional space to store up to 50 games. So guys, basically bottom line here, if you want more storage for your PS5, you want to be able to play more games without worrying about deleting uninstalling, re-downloading, blah, 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 blah. All you got to do is get the WD Black from Best Buy. So bottom line here, why get the WD Black from Best Buy? You want more storage. You want to be able to play games without worrying about deleting, uninstalling, re-downloading, blah, blah, blah. The WD Black from Best Buy takes that completely away. So if you're interested, I would highly recommend clicking the link down in the description or heading over to your local Best Buy. They have in-store options with quick delivery as well if that suits you better. But yeah, link in the description is the easiest way in my opinion. So click it, check it out, and thanks again to Best Buy for sponsoring the video. Okay, 5-2 at the midseason mark, currently atop the NFC North. The Bears are 4-3, Packers at 3-3, Vikings at 3-4. Now, trying to figure out what we should do here. And here's my reasoning as to what is there to do, just win. Well, here's the problem. Cam Ford, free agent. Frank Ragnow, free agent. Russ Clemens, Braxton Turner, B.J. Dickerson, Richie Owens, another starter, Jamie Allridge. These guys are all going to be free agents. What type of money are we going to have? Let's look at Cameron Ford first because that's the biggest priority. So $50 million after a $20 million contract. I have to re-sign Cam Ford. One of my favorite players in the series, probably. Is there any way I can sign Cameron Ford for less money? Because that would be sweet. He wants more money. We got to bring him back. Ragnow, I don't know about. Russ Clemens, God, he's 25. He's such a beast. Don't quite know about it. Braxton Turner's going to be paid like an edge rusher. Oh, he's actually not that expensive. Let's lock this up right now. That has to be done. All right, Braxton Turner's back. B.J. Dickerson hopefully is fairly cheap as a high-rated safety. Let's give him a 6-year contract, and we'll do that. Richie Owens I would like to bring back as well. 5 years, probably up the money just a bit, and he's back. Those were the big important players. Allridge might be like 8 mil. Hopefully he ends up being like closer to 5. But we got back huge players. 3 starters here. And I mean, Ragnow's a center. Like, dude, he's a beast, obviously. But age is a problem. It isn't like a big problem because he's 30. But the money in order to bring him back for what I would consider to be a less valuable position is a problem. When we look at the savings here, Garrison's untradeable. This contract, it's so big, dude. His cap hit is $57 million in 2030. That's so bad. Ragnow is probably just going to be somebody that walks. Clemens is going to be really tough to bring back. Deron Payne is going to end up being a trade candidate probably. Not this season, but maybe next season or in the offseason. Maybe Hawkinson, kind of the same thing. Jonah Jackson, are you a trade candidate right now? Okuda, I mean, we really, with the way these contracts are structured, we really can't afford to trade anybody right now. So we're here at the trade deadline. This is the time to do things. Even though it's not the baseball trade deadline, which just passed. But let's look at offensive line. We have Wyatt Davis somehow. I guess I signed him. But we don't have a ton of depth on the O-line. Jonah Jackson's a starter because of Zach Martin. Zach Martin's gone. I just had to straight cut him, which kind of sucks. Garrison can't even be upgraded anymore. Or at least it didn't work last time. So here's what I can do. I could change his position, but then I'd have to give him all of his abilities back, which I just don't want to do that. St. Brown's got to get moved down. We need Assad Riley to play over him. Richie Owens, I mean, he's really good already, but route running, I think, is an obvious flaw. If we upgrade deep threat, I think we're going to be in a good spot. Now, that makes him a primary scheme fit. +1 deep route running, catching, spectacular catch. Some of these ratings are just a little bit low. Now, some of his ratings are also unbelievably high. Speed, catching traffic is a 98. It's getting a +3 boost right now, but even so, it's a 95. Just base. Phenomenal. Raphael Wilkinson is incredible, obviously. Only 24 years old. The fact that he's a 97 overall right now is unreal. I'd like spectacular catch to be a 99, and it's kind of far from that. We'll do deep threat, upgrade him to a 98. Give me +2, at least. We don't get it at all. +3 juke, though. +2 agility. That's interesting. 89 agility, 84 juke. What do I have to do to get spectacular catch higher? I feel like it's impossible to get that upgraded. I know some of you in the comments are probably going to have little cheat codes to get that upgraded, but like, it really just is pretty much random. Like, sometimes you could upgrade, you know, for a receiver, like deep threat, you'll get spectacular catch. Sometimes for route runner, sometimes for slot. It's kind of random in my experience. Like, maybe there's a slightly higher weight, but for the most part, oh, he's actually got 2 upgrades. For the most part, it pretty much seems like it's random, I think. Now, what's interesting is Javonte Ingram already has 2 skill points. That might be an indicator. It isn't certainly, but it might be an indicator that his dev trait is actually really good. We're going to upgrade pass coverage, try to get that zone coverage up a lot. He's already good as a run stopper. If we want to make him a complete linebacker that can play on all 3 downs, he's got to be better in coverage. Wow, what is that? +5 play rec, +2 man, +1 zone. Definitely getting better. I'd like block shed to be in the 80s. I'm not really concerned about the rush moves. He is an outside linebacker, but he's a cover linebacker. Probably will be eventually a middle linebacker. And we could shift 3-4 at some point. Not sure that I really want to do that. Certainly no plans to do it right now. Like, we have the personnel that's very, very suited for, you know, a 4-3. When you look at Wilbur, Braxton Turner, Javonte Ingram, they're all off-ball linebackers. And then we're finding the edge. Now, Watkins is getting some development here, despite not playing a whole lot, probably. So I like that. I'd love to see him end up having superstar dev. If one of our draft picks has superstar dev, I'm going to be really happy about it. The odds are, you know, the likelihood is that they'll probably just be star dev. But if we can get just one superstar, and yeah, if we can get even one superstar X Factor, which, again, highly unlikely, but that would be awesome. That would be amazing. It's just super unlikely. I want to keep going into zone for BJ Dickerson. We had been training him as a linebacker for a season, so we got to get him back in that coverage mindset. Zone coverage into the 90s would be really nice. Brian Burns is pretty much going to be maxed out already. So we'll upgrade run stopper, try and make him just a dominant force. +2 block shed's not bad. Okuda probably shouldn't be the CB2. I'm going to move Tyrell Hazleton into that spot and try to upgrade his zone. He goes up to an 88, at least temporarily. Zone coverage only +1. Where does that go to? A 79. His man coverage is elite. But I think I would prefer him to Jeff Okuda just because he's a better athlete, and considerably so. They both have superstar dev. And even though Jeff Okuda is like an original Lions roster member, and there really aren't too many of those guys, I think his best fit, for me at least, is as a nickel corner. +1 speed, though. Up to a 93. That's interesting. Cam Ford's going to go up to a 99. We'll do zone for him. Ooh, it's going to stay at a 98 momentarily. It's going to be a 99 at some point. +2 zone, +1 press, +1 tackle. I mean, look at these numbers. He's got 85 tackle. He's so good, dude. I can't let Cam Ford escape in free agency. I mean, there's just no way. I cannot allow that. I'd love to bring back Russ Clemens, but he just isn't my focus. As good as he is, he's only got star dev. He's somewhat replaceable. I just can't pay, you know, 15 to 20 million for him. I just don't think I can. Now, we do have 83 staff points here. If we visit the player personnel talent tree, is this all about re-signing? No. Is it? It's about signing. Is it about re-signing? Is there anything that's re-signing in here? I don't think so. Well, this is a discount on players under 90 on the re-sign. I don't know that any of these really even matter at all. We can upgrade the trades here in case we want to make any of those. A 4% trade value increase, like, okay, I guess. We could also just reveal a dev trait right now. Let's do it. Javonte Ingram's a starter, so knowing his dev trait doesn't matter. I want to know Roman Watkins. Not that I would start him probably over Russ Clemens right now, even if he did have a great dev trait. But he's one I think maybe I would try to rotate him in more. I don't know. I'm interested. If he has better than star, it's a conversation we'll have. If he just has star, he's going to stay where he is. Oh, okay. Now it's a conversation. Roman Watkins, superstar development. Now, this is an interesting wrinkle. This is really lucky. He only has 1 tackle. It happened to be a TFL. He was taken with pick number 21. I think we moved back up for him. Charismatic, predictable. I guess it's in, I think, negotiations. Does have strip ball, does have high motor. Now, what do we do here? Would we now trade? I mean, though, do we trade Russ Clemens at the deadline? That would be crazy, but he's playing under the franchise tag. He's a rental anyway. Is that a terrible decision? We're currently negative 11 to the cap, so we would have to package another player as well. But is this sacrificing how good we can be right now? Do I have draft picks? I do have a first. Don't have a second. Don't have my third, which I think we're going to end up competing for a Super Bowl, so I don't really even want any of my picks. If I can package Russ Clemens away, I think I should do it, right? It's a tough decision because he's someone that obviously we've really enjoyed having on the team for a long time. But would it be better to try and stay better for longer? But we're trading one of our best players. It really is a tough decision. I'm really conflicted here. But the main thing that makes him so tradable is he is obviously on a 1-year contract, playing on the franchise tag. There is a $10 million penalty associated with moving him, but we would also clear up 10 mil, so it's not really a problem. Ragnow would also clear up a lot of space, but he's also really good. But he's a center, but it also is his final year. Cam Ford is not moving. Okay, I'm making a massive trade. I think this is a good move, though. Here are the details. Frank Ragnow, Russ Clemens, 2 obvious, amazing players for us and have been for a long time. In return, we are getting Tristan Wirfs, who is a 99 overall right tackle, under contract for the next 3 seasons with the Bucs. They're paying for the bonus. We just have to pay the salary. Josh McQueen, who is a 78 overall, 24-year-old center. So, potential there. And we're also getting, can you see this on the screen? You can. A 2nd-round pick projected to be number 34 overall. Now, in hindsight, maybe I would have preferred a 1st-rounder next year. But as much as it pains me to get rid of Ragnow, and especially Russell Clemens, we did just get a new joint highest overall player on the team. 27-year-old right tackle Tristan Wirfs, who is a 99 overall with superstar dev. Only 27 years old. And he really isn't expensive for us. I think that was big. That was big. We cleared up some cap space to do that as well. And let's check out our new center. I don't know what his dev trade is. Under contract for 2 seasons, effectively paying him nothing. Does have star dev. Decent player, 95 strength, playing up to it, I guess, but that's not bad. That isn't bad. Now, we are lacking a little bit of depth here on the defensive line. Could use another defensive end for sure. Like Dakota Peppers could do it. He could go down. Why would I have given Aleem McNeil this contract? Why would I have done this? I guess I just didn't care at that point. This is a really, really bad contract. Just because he's not really even going to play that much. He's going to come in goal line. Like, he is good, especially for that role. He's not worth that much. He hasn't even played. They don't even play him in simulation. Oh, no. This contract's so bad. And I have it for 4 seasons. The penalty now is atrocious to move him. But is it worth it? Because I'm going to have to pay him until 2029. It's only 2026. I might look for a trade partner. I don't know why I would have given him this. I just couldn't have been thinking. Just could not have been. Dude, the Giants have a defensive end named Matt Barr. But not Matt Barr like the kicker. But that's kind of what I'm thinking of. And there's another Eric Stokes. Jalen Sermons is basically a defensive tackle. Eric Stokes. Oh, I do remember Eric Stokes. Dude, seeing Russ Clemens as a Buck Just ain't right, man. Those are really nice looking uniforms, though. It's tough. I know that's going to be a controversial decision to give up a 91 overall defensive lineman. I just think it was the right move for the future. Well, now we actually have to fill out some of the spots on our roster. I'm going to sign Kevin Sands at right end. He's only 24 years old. Barely have any money in order to do that. I also want another defensive tackle if we can afford it. Is there anyone decently young? Carlos Wilder, I guess. Not that we really are bringing them back, but we'll get Carlos Wilder. And I have another trade lined up as well. We don't have much in the way of depth right now, but I'm going to be trading a Lee McNeil. I got something lined up. It's too good to say no to. We are trading a Lee McNeil. I need to get this contract off the books sooner rather than later. I'm not going to wait on it. A 5th round pick next year, a 2nd next year, for a 1st next year from the Falcons. So I'm going to bet on them being pretty bad. It was really impossible to get a pick from them this year, but we are good to go. We made a lot of moves, obviously. This is a crazy trade deadline for us. But I think it's going to make us better long-term, even if in the short term it obviously hurts to lose Russ Clemens. We have a 22-year-old rookie that looks like he could end up being a monster with Superstar Dev. Superstar Dev is big. So we're playing him. Also, because I'm using the old scouting, which I have it in auto scouting right now, we'll really look into it in the offseason. But there's no week 11 stop and see what happens because it's the old scouting, which is you just scouted guys as you went, as opposed to, focus position, week 11. So we're really just focused on winning games right now, making the playoffs. We'll worry about offseason stuff when it's the offseason. But right now, I don't even know if we're going to make it there. We're going to make it there, obviously. But I don't know if we're even going to make the playoffs. We're 5-3. We're not exactly running through teams. We're really not. It's another loss, and we're 5-4, and we're 2nd in the division. The Vikings are also 5-4. Packers right on our tail. Let's offer Cam Ford a contract before we upgrade him, because he's going to be a 99 overall. I'm going to wait a second. We have just enough money. 7-year contract. Let me up the money. I'll up the bonus. Hopefully get a re-sign. Can't actually even offer that. What if I made it 6 years at the same rate? Still don't have the salary cap in order to make that contract offer. He wants more money. That's a franchise tag candidate if I've ever seen one. Do want to upgrade him though. We'll do man-to-man. He goes up to a 99 overall. Cam Ford is a beast. +2 press, +1 man. Yeah, 98 man, 96 own. What are you going to do? Oh, we got a lot of upgrades all over the place too. Pass coverage for Tyrone Wilbur. He gets just some coverage boosts. Roman Watkins is one I need to be really careful with, because this is our Paul Garrison, our Russ Clemens replacement. Block shedding is important. I think we're going to focus on run stopping, though, for the time being. Yeah, focus on block shedding. If we lose to the Dolphins, there's going to be a big problem. We're 94 overall to their 79. 45-27. Okay, our defense isn't really doing what I need them to do. But I guess we did win. We got to figure something else out at this bye week. Yeah, Cam Ford just keeps declining. Don't have more money to offer him right now. So he's going to be a franchise tag player. Someone that we absolutely have to re-sign in the future. I don't know what we're going to do about kicker and punter. It's a tough spot. Simulating a little bit ahead here. It's interesting that the standings would say we're 8-4 and the main screen says we're 9-4. Which one is it? Looks like we're 9-4. In position to make the playoffs despite not having clinched already, but we're in a good position. A little bit of a win streak. That's a big win against the Packers to make it 24-21, because that's a difference between, and it's changed now on the bottom right, unless I misread it the first time, but that's a big difference, because if we were 8-5 and the Packers were 8-5 as opposed to 9-4 versus 7-6, that game could decide the division. Also, the Jags are 11-2 with an 84 overall. What is their playbook? Trevor Lawrence is putting up decent numbers. James Robinson's dominating on the ground. They have Jalen Waddle. Is it defensively that they're just killing it? Seems like they're doing okay. Rico McMullen looks like a monster. Really, Joe Judge offense and defense. Okay. Could be time for the 99 club for Raphael Wilkinson, and it is 99 overall. He's only 24. +2 deep route running, +2 spectacular catch, plus change of direction as well, up to a 94. Dude, he is a beast. Roman Watkins, I think I'm still going to go run stopper, run stopper, run stopper. It hasn't affected his overall at all, which I really don't like, but it's making him more well-balanced. We're going to focus on him as a pass rusher, I think, more in Season 2. But for right now, I think it's important to lay the foundation of him as a player. Ooh, +1 speed, +2 zone coverage for Braxton Turner. 90 speed, 84 zone. Let's go. Do you have a breakout player dev trade challenge? Jeff Okuda is like, I want to be a superstar X Factor. Jeff Okuda is saying he's Babe Ruth. Yeah, maybe. I would be shocked if Jeff Okuda became a superstar X Factor after this game. But I suppose it is possible. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's unlikely. I think that's for sure. But we do need to continue to win. 10-4, I think we're into the playoffs. I think 9-5, it gets a little bit tougher. We do go 10-4. 31-28 says Jeff Okuda is not going to be a superstar X Factor. Yeah. Well, just wasn't to be, was it, Jeff? A lot of upgrades, though. Still can't do anything with Paul Garrison. It frustrates me that those skill points are just sitting there. We can't really use them in any capacity. But I can't do anything about it. It doesn't let me upgrade him. He's never going to be upgradable unless I change his position, as I'll continue to upgrade the coverage on Javonte Ingram. He is fast. He has potential in coverage. Hit power and tackle are already pretty good. Block shedding, I do want to be higher, but that man coverage at 53 is bad. Zone coverage 69, getting nicer. So we have Jeremiah Goldsberry. And I obviously wouldn't really look to trade Paul Garrison right now, but Jeremiah Goldsberry isn't the worst backup plan, because Paul Garrison is very, very, very expensive. And you can only keep a core of a team together so long while you're paying, a quarterback 40 to 50 to end up being close to 60 mil. It's a really difficult thing to sustain. So could Paul Garrison end up getting the Russ Clemens treatment or Frank Ragnow in, 3 or 4 years? It's possible. He gives us the best chance to win, but it's possible. Got to beat Chicago here. Plain and simple, we're just a way better team. Really cannot afford to lose to these teams. We beat them 17-14. The Jets are 3-12. But we have clinched a playoff spot. No matter what, we are into the playoffs after this game. That's right, there are 18 weeks in a season now. So, I guess technically we could have ended up not making the playoffs somehow, or we're not winning the division, but we're actually guaranteed to win it at this point. Cam Ford, we'll upgrade zone. Can't upgrade slot anymore. He's a monster. We know he's a monster. +2 zone coverage. He's got, unbelievable numbers. It's really unfortunate that he's not accepting our offer. I really wish he would. But, we're just going to have to franchise tag him and deal at another time. There's nothing else I can do. Okay, final game of the season. Beat the Packers. Let's go 13-4. Yes, 35-23. We started to win some games. I changed the offensive playbook to Dallas, and clearly that has worked out really well for us. We'll go to the stats and awards here. As we can see, Paul Garrison didn't really have that great of a season. It's because we were in between playbooks. I think I was running Washington just because I saw some success for Washington. But, obviously it was just a fluke because Paul Garrison was a 99 overall. Everything basically played very badly for what his overall is. Now, are these numbers actually that terrible? No, but they're less than elite, especially in Madden Sim. DeAndre Swift, over 1,500 yards, 19 touchdowns, 4.7 per carry. Great season, did fumble 3 times. Wilkinson, not a lot of touchdowns. Only 27 total, I guess. But Wilkinson goes for nearly 1,200. Puts up decent numbers, only 5 touchdowns. Looks like some of those Atlanta Falcons Julio numbers. Maybe a few more yards there. Richie Owens goes over 1,100 as well. 6 TDs. TJ Hawkinson, 70 catches for 700 yards, averaging exactly 10 per catch. 6 TDs. Not really a ton of production from Asad Riley or Rashad Reese. It's all playbook dependent. It all is. Tyrone Wilbur, only guy over 100 tackles, which is, I would say, a good thing. 19 tackles for loss for Deron Payne, who also had 9 sacks, but 22 for Brian Burns led the way. Yeah, glad we locked him up. He is awesome. 14.5 sacks for Dorian Tompkins. Another awesome player. 94 power moves. It feels good to see him get after the QB. Deron Payne, 9 sacks. Wilbur with 4. Roman Watkins, the rookie, only with 3.5. But that's not his game yet. Only 81 finesse moves. And yet still, I'm going to upgrade Run Stopper. It's only a 72. It's been a 72 forever. We can't get big upgrades. Finally, +3 block shed to a 78. And now I'm a little bit more comfortable with where that number is. Wilbur had 4 picks. Hazleton with 4. Cameron Ford with 2. Still worth every penny, though, I promise you. 98 man, 98 zone. A few picks for some other players in there as well, including the rookie Hugh Cotton. Hard T on that one. But yeah, Cotton probably going to have star dev. The only question is really the linebacker. Are we going to get really lucky with Javonte Ingram, the rookie out of Penn State, or is he just going to have star? We don't know yet. Don't know yet. Hasn't played enough snaps. He's not that sub linebacker, so he's just not playing a ton, which is understandable. Probably go pass coverage here for Tyrone Wilbur. He's just got to be on the field every snap, pretty much. Same thing with Braxton Turner. So there's just really not a huge defined spot for Javonte Ingram yet. And then BJ Dickerson, I'll do zone. Even though I did Run Stopper for the last one, I think zone makes sense for him here. Only +1 to zone coverage. Really just an awareness boost in there. And yes, Cotton does have star dev. That's why I wanted to focus on a 4th corner in that draft. Just because, I know that 4th corner is gonna get on the field quite a bit. Because in sim, you're gonna run quarter and dime, and it'll probably end up coming in a nickel if somebody rotates out. So need to have 4 corners. 5 really not so important. Jeff Okuda will do zone for him. Probably will do slot with the next upgrade. Try and get a speed boost. I think that happens more often in the slot. +3 zone though, up to an 85. Makes that a little bit better. And it looks like we're gonna have a 1st round bye, which we'll play the moments in. So let's simulate past the wild card. We're a 95 overall team, even after trading Frank Ragnow and Russ Clemens. I think this was the best move for our franchise going forward. It's 2026. We've drafted well. We signed well. We've paid a lot of guys a lot of money. It's tough to keep that core together. We're doing the best we can, so you do have to make the tough decisions. Trade some of these guys that you otherwise wouldn't want to. But again, I think it's the best for our team. In the grand scheme of things, this is a long simulation. All right, I might close the app. Oh, and look who it is. The Minnesota Vikings. They are 11-6. We've played the Vikings a lot of times in this franchise, obviously, and I'm going to insult them. Yeah, they're going to get a boost because they feel insulted. They're going to prove you wrong. Don't care. They're not as good as the couch quarterbacks say. It's the name of my podcast with Wheels and Not the Expert. They have 10 plus 10 break tackle, play rec, and tackle for this game. But we love to have +5 break tackle, play rec, and tackle, which is just -5 net for us, which is bad. But yeah, people have been asking, is the Couch Quarterbacks podcast coming back? The short answer is I just don't know. I really don't. I definitely do like the podcast. It is fun. But at the same time, it is such a long time to get everyone to match up on the same schedule to record that. It's just a little bit difficult. And I'm not sure if everyone else really wants to do it either. So I would say it's probably not looking good. I like to have the football podcast during football season, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. So if you were a big fan of that, I'm sorry. I just don't know. It's not a no, by the way. It's just an I don't know. And I would say it probably isn't looking good for right now. It's probably a no. I don't know. I'll probably start a new podcast in a year or two. Who knows? Mitch Towns is back from injury. Who is Mitch Towns? Okay, he plays defensive tackle. Shouldn't matter. Divisional round of the playoffs. Play the moments. Division rival. Daniil Hunter, we know all about. Glenn Warner. They brought in Chandler Jones. Was he on the team last year? I don't know if he was or not. I want to say he might have been in free agency. So the Vikings have a potent edge rush. Their edge rush is big. Daniil Hunter, Chandler Jones. But we also have Tristan Wirfs now at right tackle. Penei Sewell at left. Should be able to handle him. Let's get right into it. Big third down. Make us stop. 6.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Have our usual linebackers on the field. I think we'll use our Tyrone Wilbur. Got to be aware of Justin Jefferson lining up in the slot. And they're going to check down. And the movement of linebackers in this game is so terrible. As Alex Kelly, the former Oklahoma quarterback, will complete it over the middle for a first down. And we are set up with another 3rd and 7. Big stop here, though. If we get a sack, it probably pushes them out of field goal range. And we're trying to run with things. Kelly's going down. Is that Brian Burns? Of course it is. 4th and 16. The Vikings move out of field goal position, but they get the football right back. 2 turnovers already for the Lions. What are we doing? Oh, no. Throw the ball quickly. Somehow completed. Cam Ford just in zone coverage. Wasn't equipped to make that play. That's not good. We're going to go with a man look here, and we're going to trust our corners. We have Cam Ford. We have Tyrell Hazleton. These are fast man corners that can play right on you. Hopefully it works. The thing about man coverage, though, is it's not about the corners. It's about everybody else on the field, as that's going to be real nice. Broken tackle by the running back, Sanford. You guys remember the safety for the Vikings, Jamarcus Sanford? I think the Vikings, yeah. Why do I remember him? Anyway, it's 3rd and 4, but it's about everybody else on the field. And as you can see there, Jeff Okudah got torched by Justin Jefferson on a slant. I think there was some type of motion there that somebody got bumped. Can I get an offensive moment, please? It's 3rd and 4, or 3rd and 2. Finally. Will we run the ball here? Nope, we're going to throw it. Too much space for Wilkinson. Easy first down. Jamarcus Sanford, indeed the safety for the Vikings for a few years, 2009 to 2013. It said, and you know what's interesting is I saw the stats here. Paul Garrison does not have an interception. How have we turned over the ball twice? Fumble for DeAndre Swift. And I'm going to guess probably a fumble for Paul Garrison. It's not showing up, but that's probably what it is. Can't see fumbles in here either. Dude, how did we turn over the ball twice? Okay, so this only says 1 turnover. In the team stats, I don't know, dude. Should I expect anything to work? Here we go, 1st and 10. Moving the ball. Make a play. Tyler Higbee. Couldn't do it. If that's TJ Hawkinson, that's a better move. But on 1st down, I can take a shot like that. We had stuff underneath. Didn't really care. Because we know if we just get the ball in the hands of our playmakers, we're going to score. Richie Owens should be a 1st down, but it's going to be a hold. It's going to be coming back. Oh, it's not. Roughing the passer. We'll take that all day. Half the distance of the goal. We'll take 1st and 3. 1st and goal on the 3. Do we want to rock play action here? I think so. Play action. Who's biting? Don't really love my options. We'll throw it away. 2nd and goal. We're going to run the ball into the defensive line. Loss of 2.5, 3. It's 3rd and goal on the 5. We got to score a touchdown here, man. I'm going slants. Do I trust Raphael Wilkinson off the line is what this comes down to. And the answer is undoubtedly yes, but they covered it. We're going Owens. Touchdown, Richie Owens. Great throw from Garrison. Big time score, and we're right back in it. We're going to tie things up at 7 more than likely. And our defense is really just getting bodied, getting worked down the field. It's another 3rd down. We're going man coverage. No, not Tyrone Wilbur. Not Tyrone Wilbur. I'm going to double cover him with the safety. That'll work. They should settle for a field goal here. And we just got to trust our offense. They're going for it. No, they're not. Dude, why would you tell me they're going for it? They did go for it. Why would we go out in field goal? Oh, my God, dude. Why would they put me out in field goal block? Why would that be the coach's suggestion if they're actually going for it? It's a joke. Wilbur, you got to make a play. There we go. Play action. Quick throw. Dude, what is... So we have Brian Davis in coverage. Cox wins off the line. He just... I don't even know if I'll be able to check replay here. I can't. It looked like he was perfectly in phase and then just stopped running for some reason. That's really weird. I hope we're in man coverage. Wilkinson should take the corner in the safety. It's not. It's actually zone. We're going deep. One-on-one for Wilkinson. Go up and get it. Couldn't make the play. Minute and 41 seconds to go. From the 29, we have 3rd and 6. I'd probably like to check down to Rashad Reese here. It's not the most open. We're going to go with Saad Riley. Richie Owens might have been open a little bit further down the field. I just wanted the shorter throw in that case, just because I think it's a little bit safer. Big catch by Saad Riley to hold on in traffic, by the way. You got to get out. There we go, Rashad. There we go. We're not going to call a timeout. I kind of like the way this clock's ticking down. Might try a screen, though, on 2nd and 1. Catch him off guard. Now we're going to throw that. Oh, nice throw off balance to Saad Riley for the first. How bad is an RPO here? Pretty bad. Let's not do that. I wish they wouldn't suggest me RPOs when I want to work off play action. I don't really know where to go with the football here. Going to Saad Riley. I didn't really like anything. That's why just pure verts are usually a bad idea in this game. Work great in NCAA 14. Not so much in Madden 22. See about Madden 23. Cancel play action, running back wide open. It's DeAndre Swift. Turn up field, get yards. Big play. Now, as bad as verticals are, crossers are amazing in this game. And we have options. Hawkinson, end zone, got the feet down, touchdown. We're going to tie things up before the end of the half. Big play. Total confusion from the defense. And it is 14-all now into the second half. 3rd and 7. Jumping in here on offense from about midfield. Quick throw outside. Rashad Reese breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle, and it's a first down. Look at the fight from Rashad Reese. That was actually critical. 3rd and 3. Just got to take what they're giving us. TJ wide open. We got Reggie Owens in motion. Probably will pick up the edge. Don't really know how effective this is going to be. That's the motion. Swift back up the middle. The fact that that isn't a touchdown with forward momentum there is kind of crazy. A little bit annoying. And look at what this is, dude. I mean, how can we run the ball here? They're stacked up against us. I think we're just going to go fade. No, we're not. We're going to go TJ. Touchdown. Let's go, TJ. Didn't think number 4 there was going to actually play that like he did. A little bit lucky. But we're going to be up 31-14 out of nowhere. We have suddenly gotten into the driver's seat. And we're going to go man coverage here. It's 4th and 14. And we're going to take Turner to cover this part of the field. If they want to check down to the running back, that's fine. They're taking a shot downfield. And they're going to complete to Jefferson. You got to be kidding me, dude. 1 incompletion on the entire game for Alex Kelly. And it's going to be another 4th down conversion attempt here for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm fine to keep that running back in front of us. If he leaks out and they throw it to him, I do not care. But now he's going to run. We got to run after him. He slides with the game on the line. He didn't get it. The Lions will take the field. And suddenly the Vikings have scored right back. Dude, what is going on? Timeout. Ooh, look at DeAndre Swift. It's a game-ending run. The game should be over. We're up by 10. About 10 seconds to go. 3rd and goal. Carry goes to Swift. He punches it in. That certainly seals it. We are moving on to the NFC Conference Championship. Paul Garrison ends up throwing for 3 touchdowns, but Aaron Kelly also did. Tore us apart. Garrison just a yard short of 200, but DeAndre Swift runs for 151. 2 touchdowns, did fumble. Receiving, Justin Jefferson tore us up. He really did. Didn't really have much of a receiving game. Hawkinson with 2 TDs. Richie Owens had 1. And defensively, wow. Brian Burns, 3.5 sacks. Look at Roman Watkins with 1.5, the rookie. 2 for Dorian Tompkins, another Ohio State player. And no picks, of course. Interesting offense. I'm so confused what happened. It put me back at the wild card, and then now I'm at the divisional, which we just 1. And there's no record of it. Am I crazy? Dude, I'm force winning it. Dude, what is happening in this game? We're the home team. We did win it, but I guess none of those stats are going to matter. 33-27 that time. And here we are in the conference championship. Hopefully this doesn't bring me back to the divisional. Cortez Leslie, Superstar X Factor, Alvin Kamara, Ryan Ramczyk. 187 overall. It's decent. We should be able to come out on top. All right, against the Saints, and who's their quarterback? Not sure, but he's got too much time. Time finally runs out as Brian Burns off the edge. We know who it is. New Orleans will punt. And we'll try to score here on offense. Their quarterback is Ian Boss. Not to be confused with Miami Dolphins franchise, Lawrence the Boss Ross. This is Ian. He's a 95 overall. It's quite good. And they've got a pretty good receiver here as well in Dalvin Palmer. How crazy do we get here on 1st and 10? We're going to work off play action. Linebackers bid on it. We're going to Riley underneath. We'll take it. We're doing a lot of throwing the ball right now, as we like to do in these. And we just have our pick there. That's easy. Rashad Reese. I feel like kind of got underrated in the past few years. He wasn't really as impactful or as big of part of our offense as he was early on in the series, which is a little bit disappointing because he was a lot of fun. Still is, but just, I mean, DeAndre Swift got so good that he just started to play a little bit more, and Rashad Reese became a little bit less valuable. All right, we see a safety blitz here. Working off play action, we should be able to take full advantage of that. And we're going to. Little lob to Richie Owens. Need that to be a touchdown. Oh, Swift just going to sneak through to the touchdown? To the end zone? Touchdown? Nice. 3rd and 12. 15 seconds here remain in the first quarter. Not too impactful. Oh, they're going to take a shot to the end zone. Hazleton wrestled the ball out. I was looking like a touchdown. Instead, Saints going to settle for 3. But the Saints have it back moments later. Under 6 to play here in the second quarter. Where are they going to go with the football? We're running with it, and their quarterback's losing yardage. Daron Payne gets the solo sack. 1.5 now on the day, and it's 2nd and 23. QB doing his offense no favors. You got to be okay with just letting go of the ball there. That's a quick throw. That's a good move. 3rd and 10. I mean, how do we not blitz Brian Burns here? We're not going to, but it's... I mean, he's out in coverage. He gets a tackle-ish. And the Saints get a field goal, make it a 1-point game. Would love to get points before the end of the half. Let's see if we get a moment for it. Somewhat. 3rd down alert. 3rd and 2. I mean, I got to run the ball here. Run it right behind Tristan Wirfs. Oh, look at the pull there. Beautiful. We don't need, 15 yards with every run. Just get the first down and just reset it. We're going to the end zone. Hawkinson. I just wish there was a way to fit that ball in there when he clearly has like 2 or 3 steps. Just seems that the ball is not usually where I want it to be, or we don't get the animation that I want, which is the story of this game. We get it to Rashad Reese underneath. Reese trying to find the edge, trying to find it, can't quite get it, but brings us down to the 2-yard line, setting us up perfectly for a score. And, dude, I mean, look at this mistake. What are they doing? Massive mistake. Richie Owens should have a TD. It's automatic. Automatic underneath. Richie Owens touchdown. And he's got the automatic machine gun celebration. He knew. And the Saints just make it a 1-point game again. Can our defense show up for the playoffs, please? We're 1 game away from the Super Bowl, and we are not playing to our best. Maybe that's the losing Russ Clemens effect. I don't know. Tyler Higbee should get the first. It's going to be close. And they'll give it to him. Going to try a slip screen here. Doesn't seem to be picked up really well, but oh my goodness, pressure got in there quickly. And we barely dump it off to Rashad Reese, but I would say that play was a pretty big positive. Get 8 yards on it, make it 2nd and 2. Might run the ball again. Yeah, we're going to. Swift looking for space. Going to be close. Didn't get it. 3rd and 1. Obviously going to go back to the run here. And going to find the end zone. Touchdown, DeAndre Swift. And hopefully our defense actually gets a stop. 21-13. Big 3rd down. Fourth quarter. It's where legends are made when we know what they're running because of the momentum. Let's just stay on this the entire time. Actually, I wanted to blitz Brian Burns. Instead, we get caught out of position. They're going to the end zone. Okuda, I'm hitting SWAT. I press square. Oh, I hate jump balls. I hate one-on-ones in this game. It's 21 all. I hate it. Like, you have to let the CPU do it, but if you let the CPU do it, they don't make a play. Going underneath. Hawkinson. It's picked off. He has inside... Dude. How is that an interception? Like, it goes to what I complain about all the time in this game. I don't get how this can be an interception. I don't get it. Because if you go to TJ Hawkinson here, he is wide open. Look at where the DB is. There shouldn't be any room to undercut and intercept this. But the problem is, and I know I'm going to be told this is my fault, but the problem is, even though he's in front of him, instead of coming back to the football, what he does is get locked into a animation where he goes to the ground when he didn't need to go to the ground. How about keep running and stay toward the football and it'll hit you right in the hands? But instead, he doesn't do that. He backs off the football to go to the ground so he can catch it at his waist level. And then it gets undercut and intercepted. But that should never happen. Worst case scenario, that should be an incompletion. That should never be intercepted when I have that type of positioning with my tight end. He's big. He's got size. It's a mismatch. And now we give the Saints the football in the fourth quarter in perfect position to end the game. And there's no way to cover that. We're blitzing here. I need to put pressure on them. And they might be content to just take time off the clock. That's exactly what they're going to do. Oh, gosh. Plain and simple, we need our defense to make a stop. Allowing a field goal is fine to some degree. But our defense is just like, it's Swiss cheese, dude. Going to a 3-4 to try to defend the run. I think it could be a better idea just to get more guys in the spaces I want them to be. Playing different techniques. 3rd and 1. Huge down. They're going to run the football. And it just right up the middle. Easy pancakes. How do we stop them? All right, I'm going to line up Wilbur over the center. Essentially in that nose spot. So we can do that. Shoot gaps, make plays. Big tackle. 2nd in a row for Tyrone Wilbur. And it's 3rd down. Now they're going to have a decision. It's 3rd and 12. Yeah, run the ball, take your points. Let us go to the Super Bowl. That's exactly what I want you to do. Oh my God, they just gave it to, what, Taysom Hill? It's not, though. I knew it wasn't. Walton. But he, in that Taysom Hill role, that's interesting. 21-21. We'll have no timeouts, but we will have 1 minute and 45 seconds to score a minimum of 3 points. That's doable. Now, putting Rashad Reese on a wheel really limits my options if things aren't open. It's wide open over the middle. Let's go, Richie. Give me a block. Asad Riley, I need you to get out there, buddy, but that's a huge gain. Yeah, celebrate, Richie. Great time for it. I clicked the button. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, okay? 15 seconds. I'm getting out. Could have been bad. Please make the mistake of... Oh, no, my goodness, dude. How is he so blocked on the line? Reese still going to find the sideline. But my thing is Asad Riley's injured. It's like, I would like for them to make the mistake of trying to play underneath, pretending that we're going for the field goal, and then we take them out over the top and score the game-winning touchdown. That would be cool to me. I'm going deep. Wilkinson. He got his hands on it! Touchdown! Wilkinson hangs on! Big Wilk! Big score! Oh my God. That's why we do that. No safety means one-on-one, means he snagged it with one hand. Brought it to his other, held on through contact. One of the biggest touchdowns of the series. Extra point makes it so that the Saints need a touchdown. Now I'm worried if they lob it deep, they're just going to get it. But that was a huge score. That was really big. And we're going to jump in here on defense. Saints calling a timeout. We just made him burn a timeout in 9 seconds. A little cheat there. All right, play over top. We cannot get beat over the top. Keep them in front of you at all costs. That's perfect. That's so good. We'll take that. Now, it is a decent yardage pickup, decent gain, but it does waste about 10 seconds. And, I mean, it looks like really they're just getting into Hail Mary position. Oh, perfect check down. Perfect. Final timeout, 18 seconds. A sack ends the game here. Get after the quarterback. Get after the quarterback. Get after him. Little lob. Hazelton. Interception. Tyrell Hazelton puts us in the Super Bowl. The trades are working out. Final kneel down. And we've done it. Big game, big win. Big moments all around. A weird game for these offenses. Still leaning heavily on DeAndre Swift, who had 2 touchdowns in this game. Wilkinson, 6 for 111, including that big touchdown at the end. Richie Owens had a touchdown. Very interesting game. Defensively, 2 sacks for Daron Payne, 1.5 for Braxton Turner, 1 for Brian Burns, half for Roman Watkins, and a pick for Tyrell Hazelton, of course, to seal it. Crazy finish. An upgrade for Raphael Wilkinson. Give me spectacular catch. +2, finally. Also get +2 strength. But spectacular catch going to play up to a 99. A lot of upgrades all around. Do agile for Josh McQueen. Do we know Javonte Ingram's dev trait? Probably we'll find out at Super Bowl week. But we'll continue to do pass coverage on him. Again, he just really isn't playing a whole ton. He's like, you know, the future of the position, but just isn't there right now. But we did re-sign Braxton Turner to a big deal. So, like, we're not getting rid of him, obviously. Not really getting rid of Tyrone Wilbur. It's good to have the 3. I'll say that. Ooh, and it's going to be the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. A Super Bowl rematch from our first Super Bowl victory. And we're looking for the 3-peat. Obviously going to have nobody in the Pro Bowl, but these are the rosters. Some interesting groups of players, including Frank Ragnow, who's probably pissed not to be playing in the Super Bowl, and probably as well. Ooh, I don't see him. No Russ Clements. Rip Russ Clements. Now, what is kind of annoying is that every time you make the Super Bowl, your players who would have made the Pro Bowl don't make the Pro Bowl, in which case they don't get the XP for making the Pro Bowl, right? I don't think they do. Yeah, they don't. So, you know, it's not bittersweet. You want to make the Super Bowl, right? But you also want to upgrade the team, as I'm going to go run stopper again for Roman Watkins. The thing is, he's an outside linebacker that's been moved down to defensive end. He just isn't that great in run D, so I got to boost his strength. I have to boost the block shed. Block shed finally is in the 80s. Strength is getting boosted right now. It's not that high, but you know, we will focus on him as a pass rusher in the future, but I want to get block shed up. I think it's really important to be able to defend the run. And against the Chiefs, you probably would prefer the pass rush a little bit. 14-3 Chiefs against the 13-4 Lions. We do have upgrades. Roman Watkins with another point. Love that. And of course, like we know he does have superstar dev, so we'll do extra credit for now. Eventually, I will want to do edge threat, which if we focused only on that, we probably could have it by now. That's not true. He's got to be, what, an 85? Yeah, so he's not close to that. I'm going to do run stopper again. It keeps going down to like a 72, 73. I want to upgrade it. 81 block shed. Did we not just do that? Did the first upgrade not register? I guess when I went to Super Bowl week, it disconnected. I don't know what's going on with this game today or ever. All right, let's see my dev traits on defense. How do we not know Javonte Ingram at Super Bowl week? How do we not know it? That's really annoying. Daron Payne did go up to superstar dev, though, I think. Yeah, he got superstar dev. That's big. Extra credit. I'd like to do defensive rally, and especially in moments. That's going to be huge. Braxton Turner we've known about. Don't really think anything else has changed, but look at this D-line, dude. It is a disgusting group. It's amazing. And defensive rally, I mean, does that stack? If we have, granted, a bonus pass rush point to all defensive linemen on any third or fourth down, would we double up because we have 2 of those? Maybe. Yearly awards. Lamar wins MVP. No Lions in here. Annoying. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Alvin Kamara, Ian Boss. No Lions. Defensive Player of the Year. Brian Burns. Well deserved. Tyrone Wilbert, 8. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Dante Hoskins. Shouldn't have anyone in here, but we might for Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's Martin Jackson. What? No Lions anywhere in here? I guess, it's not like we put up any crazy numbers. I guess they didn't play all that much. I still need to learn the name of my defensive end with Superstar Dev. I know Javonte Ingram's a linebacker. We took him really high in the draft. Roman Watkins. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. I know Hugh Cotton, but I probably couldn't have come up with that if I just if I just had to think of it and I didn't see the H and the Cotton. But we'll do play the Super Bowl, play the moments, see if we can. Oh my God. They're an 89 overall. Scott Carr, Superstar X Factor strong safety. Hopefully he's not too good. Defense needs help. Yeah, I bet they do. We get superstars all over the field. Big rematch. Chiefs obviously want to get the better of us, and they will, at least on this drive. 2nd and 10. I don't like my options. We're just going to check down to DeAndre. 3rd and 7. Am I missing something? We're going to throw that. Asad Riley back in the end zone. They're going to say he got the feet down. Let's go. Asad Riley, touchdown. Our defense is getting run through. Oh, Jesus. Touchdown, Chiefs. They just had 2 crossers right across. And it's tough to cover those with one linebacker. They just don't react quickly enough. It's 3rd and 3. Got to move the football here. We're under pressure as well. Orchard gets the QB. Shoot. That's really bad because you know the Chiefs are going to come back and score. It might be just whoever gets the football last. And in this case where we don't score on a drive, well, we know the Chiefs are going to. We don't have any answer for Travis Kelce. And that's a great play by Cam Ford. But, those plays are tough to come by. 3rd and 3, big stop. Big stop. If we can hold them to a field goal, that's a win in a way for now. Is that Justin Hardy? What is his team? 1st and 20. Little lob. Oh, Wilkinson got him over the top. Let's go! Big Wilk! That's a Superstar X Factor strong safety! Not good enough. Touchdown, Raphael Wilkinson. That's how you do it. Big score in the Super Bowl. And 7 seconds to go here. They have no timeout, and they are not going for the field goal. Keep them in bounds, but no touchdown. Keep them in front of you. Mahomes going to throw. End zone. Illegal touching. Illegal touching. That's not a touchdown. He was out of bounds first. It's going to be 2nd and 10 on the 13, and they're just going to take the field goal. That's stupid. All right. It's going to be a touchdown game. That's fine. 20-14 headed into the second half against the Chiefs. Again, it's just a tough sack to take, and we didn't score. So 3rd and 2. This is a really big play. It was great that we got the football to start this half. We're going to take off with Garrison. We're not going to get there. How does he not have the speed? I thought that was guaranteed. We have to go for it here. Because we know what the Chiefs are going to do. 4th and 1. This is going to Richie Owens probably all day here. Wilkinson's not really even a thought, but if he wins over the top, maybe. I couldn't get rid of the football. God! Derek Nottie with the sack. Shoot. I know there's the thought of running the ball there, but there's just too much out of my control. I don't know where to go with the football here. Is this Asad Riley? It is. I don't think we can fit that in there. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. I didn't like anything over the middle, and they shed so quickly. Maybe Frank Ragnow holds that block a little bit longer, but in reality, it's a double team. They split the double team. It's a double team, dude. It's 2-on-1. Don't let them win. Oh, the ball came out! Roman Boley with the forced fumble. Deron Payne recovers. We needed that so badly. Red zone alert. We got to score here. It's a fourth quarter. That's a huge turnover. 1st and 19 after a hold. We just can't get out of our own way. So get the ball to Raphael Wilkinson and forget about the rest. That's all we got to do. 2nd and 4. Are they going to double up Wilkinson? They don't. I'm going to him. Drop pick about 10 times. And guess what? I know I can do that because I had the Superstar X Factor activated. Garrison can't throw a pick. Is it cheesy? Yeah, doesn't make any sense. But it's what it is. A lot of stuff's cheesy. And we're going to be short of the end zone. That was 3rd down, huh? 4th and 1. Obviously, we're going for it. We're going to come out and gun, and then we're going to run the football. Yeah, right here. Yep. We're going to pass it. They're going to come out, ready to defend the pass, and we're going to run the ball. DeAndre Swift is going to punch it in. This is a touchdown. It's not a touchdown. Did he reach and get it, though? No, he didn't. Oh, my God. How do we not convert? That's why I don't run the ball. There's too much out of my control. We have the numbers, and instead of taking on the most immediate threat, Jonah Jackson double teams the nose, leaves someone unblocked, and this stretch, which first of all, that's not short. I might challenge that. Kind of have to in this spot. We do lose a timeout if I'm wrong, but we're going to challenge it. It's upheld. He got across. He had to have. 1st and 10. Get to it. Wilbur! How is that not a safety? Oh, my God. He got to the 2. Wilbur smacked him in the backfield, so much so that I thought it was actually play action. This was somehow not a safety. It's a joke, dude. Another run. Wilbur this time doesn't miss. Safety. Nice. We needed it. We needed it. Now, did we burn a timeout with the challenge? I still think it was worth it, even if it didn't get overturned, which I think it should have still. 1st and 10, working off play action. They bid on it. Hawkinson's wide open. Outrun this piece of shit safety. Hawkinson down the field. Foot race. He won it. Touchdown. Dude, he is so bad. That Daniel Sorensen with Superstar X Factor slapped over him. Gonna be a 3-point lead. Oh, and we got the football back. Mahomes choked it. Oh, boy. We can end the game here. I want the dagger. Got to take Hawkinson again. 1st and 10, play action. Could be running the ball here. We're going to check down. Take it. 3rd and 10. Garrison's going to get sacked here. Nothing was open that I could sell. Maybe I missed something. It's definitely possible. Didn't see anything. We're gonna try to take a 3-point lead here. Nailed it. 26-20. Yes. All right. Now, that is bad because we're encouraging the Chiefs to score a touchdown, but it was also so far that you can't go for it in that spot. Now, it is absolutely the worst thing to take a 6-point lead against a good offense late in the game. I talk about this all the time. It's a bad idea. But also, this is a video game. I just need to take my points. Had to happen. Oh, no. Where's my defense, dude? 2 deep safeties. They must have got confused. That was really bad. They're going to the end zone. Dickerson took the football away. It's a dick pick. Game over. Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. Chiefs blew it to BJ. Mahomes can't believe it. Jackson. TikTok dances on the sideline anyways. But we're going to win it all. And that is the game. They're not blocking my punt. Out of bounds punt to win it. And the Lions, once again, are Super Bowl champions. Wasn't always pretty, but we got it done. A three-peat for Detroit. Unbelievable. Paul Garrison wins another one. DeAndre Swift wins another one. One of the original Lions on this team when we started. Mahomes so pumped for his boys to lose another one. That's just what it just doesn't happen like that. Paul Garrison dominated. 361, 3 touchdowns, no picks. DeAndre Swift was quite good as well. Receiving, Raphael Wilkinson 7 for 166 and a TD. Hawkinson ends up over 100 yards, courtesy of a big touchdown. And then defensively, our pass rush did a decent enough job. Interception for BJ to win it. Just to keep the Chiefs only scoring 20 points, it's a big win. 2026 season recap. 3-time Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions looks pretty good. Paul Garrison, Super Bowl MVP. Brian Burns, we know, won Defensive Rookie of the Year, or Defensive Player of the Year, excuse me. Lamar dominated MVP, Offensive Player of the Year. Good stuff from Lamar, and it is off-season time. Roman Boley with an upgrade, by the way. He's silently, really good. Second year, going to be playing up to a 93 overall, but he's really a 91. He was a good draft pick. Now, shame he only had star dev, but really high rated. Javonte Ingram, moment of truth on his dev trait. Show me superstar. Or higher. Let's go, baby! Superstar X Factor for Javonte Ingram. And he didn't get that. Surely he was just drafted with Superstar X Factor. That is unbelievable. We got so lucky. Because when we were going through and we were looking at the dev traits for the other rookies in the draft class, we saw a superstar, we saw a Superstar X Factor, yet we ended up drafting both of them. Now, it does make sense. We had to move up really high to get this guy. We drafted Javonte Ingram at number 3 overall. He was a top-rated inside linebacker, but I did not think he was going to have Superstar X Factor. I thought he was going to be star for sure. We've done very well. What a draft. What a draft. Tyler Higbee retired. I like that contract's off the books. Travis Kelce retires, and Tyrann Mathieu as well after a Super Bowl loss. Love to see it. A lot of big-time retirement going on here. Good for us. Our team stays together. Of course, I have the old scouting because I started this franchise. You know it. Before the update. What am I looking for here? Cameron Ford, we're in an interesting situation. The corners aren't good enough. Safeties, I'm always looking for safeties. Maybe Keenan Mullins down the board. That could be okay. I really do like our depth at receiver. So I just don't really think I'm going to end up drafting one. If there's big talent down the board, I'll consider it. But it just probably isn't going to happen. Might end up even taking a guard. Steve Murray's decent. Tell me it's a good center class. Okay, Clifton Benedict looks like a monster. A- run block, A- pass block power, B+ pass block. Early first rounder in the 3rd. We are taking him for sure. Pick at number 32 and then 2nd in the 2nd round. Ooh, also Spencer Hopkins looks like a pretty good guard as well. Add him to my board. But I'm probably most interested in beefing up the D-line. Jason McAllister, early first rounder here, is supposed to go in the 2nd. That's probably my guy. Ooh, Gil Jarrett. Gil Jarrett looking nasty. 6'1", 306. Ran a 4.67. 3-cone, 20-yard shuttle, and bench press. All very, very good with elite top skills. I'm actually starting to like this class a lot. We're going to have some tough decisions, tough calls. Probably not going to consider a linebacker in any capacity. Yeah, it could be a very offense-heavy draft here. Yeah, I think just the way I want to handle this draft, I'm not going to move up. I just want to take the value. Okay, I can't say I'm not going to move up because I don't know. But I'm probably not going to move up. McAllister, I hope, is available at 32. And the center, I can trade down in the 2nd to get him. I want Gil Jarrett. Probably will end up having to trade up for him. But there's so much value down the board in this class, we probably can't miss. Now, they might not have great dev traits or anything, but probably can't miss. Also, negative 11.1 mil in salary cap. We did obviously franchise tag Cam Ford, like I told you. Might have to draft a kicker and punter because I don't have any of those. Okay, 2027 NFL draft time. Good way to close out this episode. Of course, we don't pick for a while. Is there any way I can see the mock draft here? I think as I went into this, I can't. I would love to see the mock draft. Not possible. Jets take a 76 overall quarterback, Stephen McGee. Don't know if they have Zach Wilson still or not. Marquise Williams seems like a pretty good receiver. Back-to-back receivers off the board. Remember, this is also 2027, so teams probably have changed quite a bit. And we've seen it, right? Like, if the Vikings take a quarterback, we know, well, they don't have Kirk Cousins. Haven't had a Kirk Cousins for a while. We know they do have Alex Kelly, so they're not going to probably take a quarterback. But, like, you get what I mean. That kind of comparison there. It's like, guys are gone. We just saw so many players that we know that are still really, really good in real life just retire. So anything can happen. Honestly, I'm probably like about considering moving up. Jesus. Oh, God. I hate this game. I'm considering moving up for the first defensive end that I want just because he is going to be really, really good. And I don't want to miss out. And it's back to the first pick of the draft. Well, we know how the first 20 picks go, except I have to do it all again. How far down the board? McAllister is 13 picks. I don't know that he's going to make it that far. Negative $4 million in cap room right now. This Paul Garrison contract's really going to handcuff us. We got to pay Raphael Wilkinson. Ford, of course, under the franchise tag. So the only way I can move up, that's right. I kind of forgot that I can actually do this. I need to trade just picks because then we're not affected by the salary cap in Madden. So if I can trade like a 1 and a 7 to move up a few spots, I'd love that. It's going to be a 1 and a 6 and a 7, which also wouldn't be bad for me. Still declined. What about a 1, a 6, and a future 6? And I'm out. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm allowed to do the NFL draft, dude. What I'm going to do is try to get that Cowboys pick and then just simulate to our pick. 1 and a future 4. Boom. Okay. A little bit more than I wanted to give up, but at the same time, they declined to 6. So we'll simulate to number 28. Our guy should be there. Whether or not we'll have to take him like 18 times, I don't know. But it seems like it's the same every time. So we're going to go down here. We're going to take Jason McAllister. Early first round pick, or early first round talent. Can you guys see that on the screen? You can't. But he's supposed to be very, very good. So, talent, early first round for Jason McAllister. Good depth on the D line. Probably not going to start because he's not going to play over Burns or Roman. Last name, I can't remember what it is. But let's take him. Jason McAllister does have hidden dev. He's the number 4 ranked player in the class. 77 overall power rusher. Big pick. 88 power moves to start. Block shedding is terrible. But 81 speed, 81 strength, 80 tackle. Very well-rounded except for block shed. And finesse moves is low, but that's not his game. 88 power moves coming out is insane. And there I go. Disconnected. Due to inactivity, I didn't touch my controller for what, 6 seconds? Got to do this Cowboys trade over again. I'm going to just do the same thing. It's getting really frustrating. I think that goes without saying. It's getting to be very annoying. But yeah, I'll do the same trade, make that work, take the same player. We already know about him, so I'll simulate to the second round. Okay, now into the second round. Here's where we have to be a little bit interesting about this. Because there are 2 players I want. It's the center. Otis Conley, interesting. It's the center. I can pass in all these yards. And it's the defensive tackle, Gil Jarrett. How do I get both of those guys? I can take one now. Can I trade down? Does somebody have multiple second-round picks in here? Very unlikely. All right, Chargers have multiple second-round picks. Probably won't be able to pick up their third. But we will be able to work out something here to move down. But we're going to have to give up value, obviously. So is that third round pick going to do it? It's not, but it's going to be close enough that we can make something work. I don't think this 6th round pick is going to be helpful. I'm going to have to trade a future third. That's too much. If I can get, okay, here's what we'll do. Future third, and also we'll get a fourth maybe. It's going to have to be a fifth or a sixth, which is fine because I just need a kicker or punter down the board. Or I'd really need both. I just need another pick. That's what it is. I need another pick. I'll take even a seventh probably. Still not going to work. I may be giving up too much value to do this. But, oh, that's a future seventh. I'm really not actually because I have players that I want. They're good. Who cares? I'm going to take them when I can take them. We're making that trade work. We're giving up value next year. It is what it is. We're playing a win, and we're going to take talent. Have to. So here we go with this pick. I'm going to be taking Gil Jarrett, defensive tackle out of Arizona State. Looks unbelievable. And he is a 76 overall with normal dev. Is ranked number 11, which I guess is somehow an early first rounder. But he only has 81 speed for running a 4.67. Okay. Does have 88 strength, 75 block shed, 83 power moves, 77 finesse moves, 80 tackle. Only normal development. But the player is obviously quite good. We needed a third defensive tackle. Of course, we lost to Lee McNeil. And Gil Jarrett looks awesome. Little bit unfortunate that he is normal dev, but I think we kind of expected as much from, not a very highly ranked guy. And then Clifton Benedict here in the second round. Easy pick. He's ranked number 10. His early first round changed to mid, but he's ranked at number 10. Hidden dev, 76 overall, only 21 years old. Probably a starter at center, I think, and maybe we'll move the center we traded for to offensive guard if we need to. Just a big-time move there. And we need to draft a kicker because I think we lost Tyler Bass. So any kicker should be available here. Kicker and a punter here. And we should be good to go. 2 more picks. We know what we need. What can I do other than just take the top-ranked one, So, Christopher Pierce, welcome to the Lions. He isn't good, obviously, but he's a 68. And then the punter, because we need one. Hopefully he's in that same range. Also is not going to be good. Like, you're not going to take an 80 overall kicker punter here in the draft. It's just very unlikely to happen, but we'll take a potential starter. Yeah, he's bad, but what are you going to do? We're going to simulate the draft. CPU can take whoever they want. I just don't want to get disconnected again. I'm so sick of it. I think we did really well. I really do. 77, 276 overalls. I said it was going to be offense heavy, and then these good players just came out of nowhere. We took a center. So we did take one player on offense, but didn't really make sense to go with a receiver or a running back, or maybe a tight end made sense, but it's just really that one spot at the offensive line. It was a decent draft, nothing crazy for the most part. Yeah, I think we did well. Jets here with multiple ranked fairly high. We have a 99 overall offense, by the way, 93 defense. We're running low on money, obviously. It's a problem. It's a big problem. I'll say it. But the team is still really, really good. Acosta, Jonah Jackson, Benedict, I think, could just start right away. Do we reveal his dev trait? We can only do it once per season, right? Don't really care about McAllister. So we might as well know what the center's dev trait is, right? In case I want to start him. Yeah. And that's Clifton Benedict. Let's find out. Good end to the episode. If he has superstar dev, I'd be shocked. Because the amount of times that I've taken really good centers, especially like third round, they just don't have superstar. It's so rare to take a superstar dev lineman. But yeah, he's going to have star. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.